What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Filip Hrgovic versus Zhilei Zhang, and this is going to be a 12-rounder for the IBF Heavyweight Final World Title Eliminator, and this fight is going to be Saturday, August 20th from the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN. And to get into fighters' resumes, Filip Hrgovic, fighting out of Croatia, holds an unbeaten record of 14-0, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 37 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division. He's also a former Olympic bronze medalist, winning his medal in Rio 2016. And to list some of his best victories, he's defeated Amir Mansour by knockout. He defeated Kevin Johnson by unanimous decision. He defeated former world title challenger Eric Molina by knockout, defeated Rydell Booker by knockout, defeated Marko Radonjic by knockout, and defeated, at the time, unbeaten Emir Akhmedovich by knockout. And to get his opponent's resume, Zhilei Zhang, fighting out of China, holds a record of 24 wins with no defeats and 1 draw, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked higher than Hrgovic at number 19 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division, and he's an Olympic silver medalist, winning his medal in Beijing 2008. But to list some of his best victories, or actually to list his draw first, this was a very, very big fight for him, definitely his toughest fight. He got a majority draw against Jerry Forrest, and the odd thing is, he was able to drop Forrest like 3 times, I'm pretty sure it was, and he still didn't get the nod. And I actually thought that Jerry Forrest won that fight by a point. But Zhang won the first 3 rounds with knockdowns. They were all 10-8s, and then the last 7 he just loses. I mean, it was just a crazy fight. He could have won one more round here or there. I could have saw a draw or a win for Forrest, but it was just a crazy, crazy fight. But to list some of his best victories, he's defeated Curtis Harper by knockout. He defeated Andrei Rudenko by knockout. He's knocked out Devin Vargas, defeated Craig Lewis by knockout, and he has a knockout over Scott Alexander. So in my opinion, this fight, I think the younger fighter in Filip Hrgovic will be able to get the job done. This is a final eliminator. Hrgovic was supposed to fight Michael Hunter. He was supposed to fight a lot of other guys, but they all declined. I mean, that shows just how scared fighters are to fight Filip Hrgovic. I mean, Hrgovic is a tall, powerful, young, unbeaten heavyweight, and he's really just going through all these guys he's facing. But this is really Hrgovic's first ever step up in competition. He's never faced someone that's there to win. I'm going to be 100% honest. He's never faced someone there that's really more than less than a 10-1 underdog. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm sure he's faced someone who's been an 8-1 or 7-1, but he's never really faced someone who's got a on paper chance to win. Zhang is the first guy to ever really be that guy, and who knows how Hrgovic reacts to punching power, because Zhang can bang. I mean, Zhang has very, very good power. I mean, he's known as the Big Bang. He's got 19 knockouts and 24 wins. Hrgovic also has great power, 14 wins, 12 knockouts. These guys are both very hard hitters, undefeated. This is a really, really fun fight, especially for the undercard of a main event, which is the heavyweight championship of the world. This is a very, very good fight. I've been excited for it. It was supposed to happen in February, in May. Yeah, it was supposed to happen on the Canelo versus Bivol card, but Hrgovic ended up pulling out for various reasons. So, now it's happening, confirmed on this card, obviously, in a few days. I mean, I'm very excited for it. I mean, obviously, as I mentioned before, I said I was always excited for it since it was announced. It's just a very, very good fight between 2 undefeated, hard-hitting heavyweights. I mean, what's not to like? I mean, this fight, I don't think it's going to go the distance at all. I mean, there's no way this fight goes the distance. If it does, I'll be shocked, because these are 2 hard-hitting heavyweights. One of them has gone down in his career. One of them's been hurt, obviously. Hrgovic hasn't got that step up yet, but this is that big step up right here. That opportunity to shine in a final eliminator, which means he's really up next to get that world title shot, or whoever wins this fight is. But, just to break this fight down, as I mentioned before, I think that Hrgovic is going to win this fight. Hrgovic reminds me a lot of Vitaly Klitschko. He fights like him. He kind of looks like him too, which is kind of funny. But, he's just a very, very good fighter. I've been very high on Hrgovic since he's been knocking all these guys out on DAZN, And, I mean, this, I think, will be yet another knockout win for him. But this one will mean a lot more considering it's against a real tough opponent. So, yeah, I think that Filip Hrgovic... I think that both these guys actually will be coming forward at some points throughout this entire fight. I think that it will be fought mostly at mid-range. Both guys trying to utilize their long reach they do have. I mean, both of them do have very long arms. But I think this is the first time that Hrgovic is sort of at a deficit here. Usually he's the guy punching down at his opponents. Zhang, I think, is like 6'7", maybe, something like that. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Zhang is somewhere around 6'6" to 6'7". I think Hrgovic is also around there, maybe 6'6". But both of them are very, very tall guys. But usually it is Hrgovic facing guys who are smaller than him by a few inches. But the inches do make a lot based on the leverage of his punches and the way he's punching down. Here, I'm pretty sure he's definitely punching to eye level or definitely higher. I mean, Zhang is a big guy. He's like 6'7", maybe even 6'8", actually. 275 pounds. He's anywhere definitely from 6'6" to 6'8", actually. Might even be 6'9". Who knows? But Zhang is very, very tall, very powerful. I mean, Zhang, as I mentioned before, he's been in a tough fight before in his career. That was against Jerry Forrest. Jerry Forrest is not a slouch. He definitely beat Michael Hunter, Jerry Forrest did. So, I mean, that definitely shows that Forrest is a very credible opponent. And the fact that Forrest is known for having like a very good chin and that Zhang was able to drop him multiple times just shows that he has one-shot power like that. And who knows how Hrgovic takes a punch. I mean, in this fight, this is heavyweights with power. Anything can happen. Hrgovic could land one shot on Zhang and knock him out, or Zhang could land one shot on Hrgovic's chin, which has never been tested, and knock Hrgovic out cold. Who knows? That's the fun part of this fight. You don't know who's going to win. But I'm picking Filip Hrgovic to win this fight. I think that Hrgovic is just really the better, more solid technician in the ring. I think that he's just got the better skill set based on how we've seen him fight. He's obviously younger, and that's really where I think he's going to win. If Zhang was 29 years old or 30 years old going into this fight, not almost about to hit 40 in a few years, maybe in a year, I think that Zhang's anywhere from 36 to 39 years old, somewhere around there. But Zhang is just a bit too slow. I think that Zhang actually might have more power than Hrgovic, but I think he's just a bit too slow for Hrgovic. I think that Hrgovic will be the one landing first. Zhang might get some good shots in there, but I think that Hrgovic will be the one just outworking Zhang with his power shots, just going to be the one landing first. Just to break this fight down round by round, I think the first 3 rounds will be very interesting. The first round will be a round where they both fill each other out, land jabs, exchange jabs, and really not go for broke, obviously. And it could go either way. But rounds 2 and 3, I think Hrgovic will start to pick it up, just land more punches, out jab, and outwork Zhang. And then I think anywhere from round 4 to round 8, we could see Zhang out on the canvas. We could see Zhang stopped. We could see him getting dropped multiple times. I think that anywhere from rounds 4 to rounds 8, we could see Filip Hrgovic landing that big right hand he does possess on the chin of Zhang, stopping him in his tracks and knocking him out and getting the win. I mean, who knows? This fight could go later, and Zhang is not known for a good gas tank, so Zhang could really get knocked out based on sheer exhaustion as well. I mean, that could definitely happen later on if he goes up until where I think it could go as far as up until the 6th or up until the 7th or 8th round. Zhang could be really tired. He could get stopped around there. But it could just be Hrgovic's power alone stopping him from rounds 4 to rounds 8 as well. So anywhere from rounds 4 to rounds 8, we could see Zhang out on the canvas with one shot, wobbled and hurt standing, dropped multiple times and the referee waves it off. Whatever, it will go down as a knockout win for Filip Hrgovic. And comment down below who you think is going to win this fight. And what do you think could be next for either fighter, depending on who wins, because this is a very, very big fight with big stakes, obviously, for the final eliminator, which means, in theory, the winner should get a world title shot, but knowing a lot of these organizations, I mean, usually the eliminator doesn't really mean they're going to get the world title shot next, but, I mean, who knows? I mean, since it says final eliminator, he should be, but, I mean, I definitely hope the winner gets that shot, because it would just be very interesting to see what could happen next, and who knows what could happen. But, yeah, I think that Filip Hrgovic will get a stoppage win. And I think that, let's say it goes up to 6 past 6, it could be 59-55 in favor of Hrgovic. I really think that the only round that Zhang could get is one of them inside the first 3, most likely the first round where they fill each other out. And I think either way from there, Hrgovic will just be the one landing the cleaner, faster, more effective punches and just getting Zhang out of there from rounds 4 to rounds 8. So overall, I believe that Filip Hrgovic will win the IBF heavyweight final world title eliminator by knockout, and I think that he will stop Zhilei Zhang by knockout, obviously, from rounds 4 to rounds 8. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.